Hello, learners. Today is Thursday, March 19th, 2020. I hope you had a great day yesterday, and I hope your learning at home is going well. I hope you're taking time to still have fun and go outside and all that stuff. It's a little rainy today, but I'm hoping that it clears up. I saw on the news that it's supposed to be pretty warm today and tomorrow, so I'm hoping the rain goes away so we can all get outside. Our most amazing question for today is, what is the most amazing thing you have ever seen? Whew. The most amazing thing I have ever seen. A few years ago, I had the opportunity to travel to London, England with my family, and we got to tour Winston Churchill, who was the leader of England during World War II. So Cam will definitely know who I'm talking about. Winston Churchill. The rooms underground. He ruled the country from underground in these bunkers, just in case something happened in the war. So we got to go down. It's kind of like a museum now. It's underground, and it's like basically a building underground where you can go and walk through. And we got to see all the rooms where the military worked and where he led the country from. It'd be like if our president led the country from underground in like a building underground. So that was a pretty amazing thing that I've seen. But answer verbally with someone around you, or write about what is the most amazing thing you have ever seen. Our mindful moment today, I have these cards. Hopefully yesterday you got outside and you listened, saw, and smelled the signs of spring. Today we are going to do something called zip up. So this helps with our posture and our breathing. So what you have to do is you have to pretend that you have a zipper running up and down the front of your body and up and down the back of your body, okay? So think about like where your spine is. Pretend there's a zipper there, okay? And without touching your body, you're going to put one hand in front, like in front of your belly, and one hand behind on your lower back, okay? Not touching, just out. And then you're going to pretend that there's a zipper that you're going to zip up, and as you zip up, you want to sit up nice and straight. And then you can zip back down, and you want to make sure that your back is up straight, your head is up straight, your shoulders are back. So you zip up and then you zip down. So this is something that helps our breathing, and it makes you more mindful of your posture and your body. Your posture is very important. So you can practice zipping up and zipping down, and as a good reminder to keep good posture. So that's our mindful moment for the day. Next. I already asked this, did you see the signs of spring yesterday? I'm hoping that you did. If you did, you can comment on Google Classroom and let me know, or send me an email. An essential skill that we're going to be working on while we're at home is resilience. Resilience is the fact that you bounce back and you stick to things. So even when times are tough, we have to push through and show that we are tougher, and I know that you all are. So show resilience while you're at home and you're in this kind of strange situation and this learning, and be leaders in your own learning. Moving on, this had me thinking about, and with all these flags behind me, I was thinking about when we learned about human rights. And one of our human rights in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights was the right to education. And I remember when we learned about that, some of the people in our class were thinking, well, why is that a right to go to school? Like, we don't want to go to school every day, and things like that. Like, why, I think it was kind of a joke, but they were like, oh, why would kids want to go to school? And I think now in these times when we're learning at home, it really makes us stop and reflect about why that's a human right and why it's so important and why we want to make sure that kids in other countries have the right to go to school. So just think about that and reflect on that. I was thinking about that this morning as I was looking at the flags behind me, and I was thinking about the things we've been learning. So just reflect on that. Did you do your baking or cooking challenge yesterday? Because if you did, I'd love to hear about it. If you didn't, try to do it today or tomorrow or whenever you can. So with a parent or grandma or grandpa or aunt or uncle or family friend, whoever you're with, try to help them bake or cook and look for the math in the baking and cooking. The measuring cups are measured with fractions. Look at the timing and the heat. How is that measured? What do you have to do in order to be a successful baker or cook? On Google Classroom, I have 3 assignments posted. I have your... Ooh, I just had a little bit of a brain fart. You have your country research project posted, you have a theme assignment posted, and you have a growth mindset assignment posted. The country research project, you're more than welcome to do more than one, but I want to make sure that you're doing them thorough. Thorough means fully with all the requirements that you need to have in them. So I don't want you to just rush through them because you want to do a bunch of different countries. I want you to make sure that you're really becoming an expert researcher on that country and you're putting in a good amount of work. And then once you've looked at it and you're like, yeah, this is definitely, I want you to think about our rubrics and think about that beyond category that we usually see. And I want you to try to push to make your work beyond what we do in 5th grade. The second thing that we have up there is a theme assignment. So theme, remember we talk about that being the message of the story or what the author wants you to learn or remember. So think about a movie you've seen or a book you've read. I saw Julia did it with Esperanza Rising, since we've talked about those themes so much. You can fill that out with a movie or a TV show or a book you've read, just about the themes in there and reflect on the theme. Because theme is an important thing that we learn about in 5th grade, and since we've already learned about it, you can apply it to other things that you're seeing. And the third thing on Google Classroom is the growth mindset activity. So remember, growth mindset is kind of like when we did back around Thanksgiving, so we have to backtrack a little bit. We talked about an attitude for gratitude, and instead of saying things like, I have to do math, you say, I get to do math today and I will get better. It's about switching your mindset to be more positive and optimistic. So look at that growth mindset. You have to switch some sentences around and make them positive, and then it has you setting goals for yourself. We do a lot of goal setting in our classroom, so you should be able to set a goal for yourself for the week, for the month, and for the year. So look on that, reflect on that. I gave you documents that you can do it on, but you can always do things on a separate sheet of paper if you prefer. Working on your handwriting is important. And that brings us to the things that you should be doing every day, which are reading and writing. So you should be reading every day, not just for 20 minutes anymore. If you can read for 40 minutes to an hour, that's great. You can split it up, so you could do 20 minutes in the morning when you wake up, 20 minutes before bed, or a half an hour before lunch, a half an hour after lunch. Find a good schedule that works for you, but try to read as much as you can. And then writing every day is important so that we keep up with our 5th grade skills like spelling, punctuation, and grammar. And we just work on our sentence structure and our handwriting skill so that our handwriting is neat. So try to write every day. You could write a letter. You could write a response to one of the questions that I've asked. You can write a story, anything like that. So just try to make sure you're reading and writing every day. And now I will leave you with a story cube to have a conversation as a one-sentence story around your family or to write about. Ooh. It is a lock. Can you see it? I'm in my own way. Can't see. It is a lock. So, the lock could be the opening of your story, like, it was late at night and they heard the door unlock. Or you could have the lock in your story. You could use personification and make the lock a character in your story, whatever it is that you want to do, but here's something that has to be included in your story. You can do a one-sentence story tell with the people that you're with, or you can write about it. So if you are capable of going on Zoom, I emailed your parents about Zoom and I posted on Google Classroom about it. If you're capable of doing that, I'm going to have a Zoom meeting at 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. every day. You don't need to attend both. But if you can attend one, that's great. We'll work on some math skills together, and we'll get to do some distance learning together. So have a great day, and until next time, this is Miss G. See you soon.